If you are not interested in being a cautionary tale for other men, then you have tuned into the right video. To be fair, there are some harsh lessons in life that even the smoothest talker can't escape. Stay till the end because we're doing a nosedive into 6 painful realities that men realize a little too late in life. Number 1. Playing it safe is the riskiest move of all. Picture this. You spot a lovely lady across the room and your heart races faster than Usain Bolt. You feel a tug towards her, but then comes the dreaded fear of rejection and you retreat back to your comfort zone. Well, let us tell you that the biggest risk is taking no risk at all. If you don't approach her, then you will never find out what it could have been. The same goes for all aspects of life, including your career and your hobbies. Taking a risk can lead to success and fulfillment beyond your wildest dreams. It's like jumping off a cliff into a river. It is scary at first, but the thrill of the ride is worth it. That's what men don't realize until all the opportunities have passed beyond them. At the end of the day, the choice is yours. Will you take the risk and soar like an eagle? Or will you stay in your comfort zone and live a life of mediocrity? The answer is clear. Take the leap, embrace the risk, and see where life takes you. Who knows? You might even surprise yourself with what you're capable of achieving. Number 2. Not confronting causes more harm than good. Have you ever had a neighbor who just didn't quite know when to call it a night? Well, Jordan Peterson certainly did, and let's just say it wasn't a pleasant experience. One night, a biker stumbled his way into Peterson's door, drunk as a skunk and trying to sell him a microwave and toaster. Yikes, talk about an uncomfortable situation. Even Peterson's wife was feeling uneasy, but being the peacemaker that he is, Peterson tried to avoid confrontation and politely declined the offer. But eventually, enough was enough. Peterson realized he couldn't keep avoiding the issue, so he finally mustered up the courage to confront his neighbor. He told him straight up that his late-night visits were making his wife uncomfortable, and he wouldn't support his drinking habit by giving him money. At first, the biker didn't quite know how to react. He just stared at Peterson for a good 15 seconds. But when he saw that Peterson wasn't backing down, he eventually left and never came back. And you know what? The next time that they crossed paths, the biker actually had a newfound respect for Peterson. Just like Tim Ferriss said, a person's success in life can usually be measured by the number of uncomfortable conversations he or she is willing to have. So true, right? That's the thing. It's easy to shy away from the tough situations and avoid confrontation, but sometimes it's necessary to have those uncomfortable conversations in order to truly succeed. And let's be real, we all know how easy it is to lie to ourselves. But if you're not happy with the decision you've made, whether it's related to your career, relationships, or investments, it's time to start being honest. Don't be afraid to have those uncomfortable conversations, even if it means admitting something to yourself that you'd rather not face. After all, being true to yourself is the most important thing, and most men don't realize this until it's too late. Number 3. The good and the bad. All is temporary. Picture this. You're a man on top of the world. You just won the lottery and you're living the high life. Money, fame, everything you ever wanted. All check. But in the midst of all the glitz and glamour, you start to lose sight of what really matters. You forget the people who have been with you since day one and you start talking rough, like a used car salesman trying to close a deal. But let us tell you, those good times are as temporary as a snowflake in summer. Sooner or later, reality will catch up to you and you'll need to rely on something other than money to get you through tough times. Unfortunately, it's a harsh lesson that many men learn too late. The truth is, life is a roller coaster ride. You'll have your ups and downs, but it's important to stay grounded and keep your head clear. It is simple. When everything's going well, make the best out of it. But don't forget to humble yourself. And when times take a tough turn, well, just lay low and make it through like a man. And if you ever feel like you're losing your way, just remember this. Money can't buy happiness, but it's a lot more comfortable to cry in a Mercedes than on a bicycle. Stay true to yourself and you'll come out on top in the end. Number 4. Only you can make yourself happy. Happiness doesn't come from others. It comes from within you. It is a choice that you have to make every day. No one else can do that for you, no matter how much you want them to. Expecting someone else to make you happy is the biggest relationship killer out there. It's like expecting your dog to make you a sandwich. It just cannot happen. It's impossible. If you want to have a happy and healthy relationship, you gotta start with yourself. Master the art of being happy on your own, and the rest will follow. Because, let's face it, if you're not happy with yourself, how can you expect someone else to make you happy? With this, have you ever noticed how different people can have such vastly different reactions to the same situation? When it's pouring rain outside, one guy would dance in the streets while the other would curse the heavens. It's all about mindset. If you're ready to start building that happiness mindset, one of the best things you can do is shut off your social media. Seriously, Instagram and Facebook might as well be renamed to become jealousy and FOMO. They're like a black hole that sucks you in and leaves you feeling worse than before. You need to keep your head clear, because if you spend all your life whining about whatever is going wrong, you will end up going down a road with no happiness in the pursuit. Number 5. Being present is as important as anything else. Here's the truth. If we were to divide you dudes in half, 2 trends would emerge. One who tends to live in the future, and the other who tends to live in the past. And those are some dangerous places to live in. Sure, it's important to have a sense of direction and think about your future, but don't let it consume your present. You are setting yourself up to be that guy who's always daydreaming about the future Ferrari while missing out on the beautiful scenery right in front of him. And don't even get us started on living in the past. Sure, the good old days were great, but they're called the past for a reason. Living in a fantasy world of nostalgia will only hold you back from living your best life today. Wishing for the past to come back won't make it happen. The only way to move forward is to live life with purpose and intention in the present. Without purpose, you are a lost man. But by being only focused on your future, you will lose out on your prime years. It is all about balance. If you don't learn how to bring that balance in your life, all you will ever have are regrets when you look back. Don't make that mistake. The one countless men before you have made. Number 6. Your mind is not only your worst enemy. Now, we've all heard the old saying that your mind is your best friend or your worst enemy, right? Well, it turns out that there's a whole lot of truth to that. And who better to look to for inspiration on this topic than the one and only Jordan Peterson? You see, Peterson is famous for his no-nonsense approach to life. And one of his most essential teachings is that you are the master of your own destiny. That's right. No more blaming your boss, your spouse, or your neighbor's dog for your problems. It's time to take responsibility for your own life and recognize that 99% of the time, it's your thinking that determines whether you succeed or fail. And that's where your mind comes in. Think of it as your loyal companion, your trusty sidekick, your ride or die. You want your mind to be your biggest fan and supporter, always cheering you on and helping you achieve your goals. Just imagine, every time you look in the mirror, your mind is there, nodding its approval and whispering, "You got this, dude." That's the kind of relationship you want with your own thoughts. One of mutual respect and admiration. Take a cue from Jordan Peterson and become one with our minds. You can train it as such that it is your best friend and ally, and watch as your life transforms before your very eyes. And don't forget to keep learning and growing every day, because as Peterson himself says, you should never be the smartest person in the room. There you have it, the ultimate life lesson, delivered with a little bit of sass and a lot of love. Now go out there and conquer the world with your kick-ass mind. Do you know any men in your life who learned these lessons too late? Let us know in the comments. Until then.